Bivouac from the last prep, to me, gets the verdict narrowly over Dubious. Not much in it. The
market, Bivouac and Dubious, sort of going head-to-head here between the two. 282.
Separate the leader by a neck to Dirty Work, and then came Excess Funds, a length and a quarter off the speed. Bivouac behind those needing some luck. Dubious niggled out heavily as they come around the turn. Star Surprises back with it. Separate at the 300 metres, led Dirty Work by a length. Bivouac now eases out 3 wide, doing it easily. Then Excess Funds, Dubious and Star Surprise. Separate at the 200 metres. Now Bowman lets down Bivouac, and it exploded. Bivouac goes to the front, pumped away hands and heels. 2, 3, 4 lengths in front, it canted in. Bivouac did it easily. Separate second. 3 wide, doing it easily. Then Excess Funds, Dubious and Star Surprise. Separate at the 200 metres. Now Bowman lets down Bivouac, and it exploded. Bivouac goes to the front, pumped away hands and heels. 2, 3, 4 lengths in front, it canted in. Bivouac did it easily. Separate second. Third, Dirty Work from Dubious. Didn't look comfortable today. Then Excess Fun. What a brilliant display from Bivouac. $3 and $1.40. Hugh Bowman for James Cummings and Godolphin. What an exhibition. Sat just poised behind them, just needed
everyone's attention in the Percy Sykes. And
on favourite, the much hyped number 3, Libertini. Tommy Berry rides for Anthony Cummings.
Yeah, just a shorter break of 105 days. The 2 trials are outstanding. They're out there for everyone to
15 into 13 now at $14, and continued support for the one $41 into
Silver Shadow Stakes. The red light is on. And Flitter's the last one. 600 metres to run. Pretty Brazen the inside of Villamaya. The leaders go stride for stride, and just behind them, Berry's got a very good hold on the filly Libertini, just peeling her 3 wide now, followed by Let It Pour and Tenley going between runners into the straight. Pretty Brazen and Villamay stride for stride. Berry hasn't touched Libertini as yet, and she just cruises up on the outside. Now he pushed the button and away goes Libertini. Dashes 2 in front of Villamay, then Let It Pour and Flit going between them. But this powerful filly with the Group 1 bloodlines is going to roar away in the Silver Shadow. He's right down at the end. How cozy. I think Flit nicks second and nose in front of Let It Pour. Villamay close up 4th. Then Tenley.
A star is born. Here is Libertini doing it oh so easy, and I'll check.
What have we got here? The sky's the limit. Is she just a pure sprinter? Can she stretch that speed out to 1400? Can she stretch it out to
Santa Ana Lane's track record is 1745. Libertini's run 1793. I'll give you the breakdown. The last
a performance like this, just owned this race, simply brilliant. And then she backs it up on the clock, you know, being a 3-year-old filly. And then, you know, the track was probably playing pretty quick, but in comparison to the day, this was sizzling. Sizzling. What can you say about the opposition? I think Flit will be a different situation by the time we get right through to the mile. I think that'd be a lovely target.
Guy Racing Active, San Domenico Stakes, only a field of 5, but an exciting contest coming up, and we have to deal with a heavy 9 today, which obviously isn't ideal.
Came Exceedance is very close to them, and Catch Me travelling a little bit better now. It's Anaheed travelling well on the home corner from Bivouac and Royal Popcorn, who's buttering up for his biggest payday of his career, but already off the bridle turning, and Exceedance is coming off the heels of the leader. Anaheed leads into the straight from Bivouac, is still cruising. Exceedance a length and a half, and Berry's flat to the boards there on Exceedance. Bivouac going after Anaheed. Exceedance is winding up on the outside. Here comes the colt. Exceedance, he went straight past Bivouac, and Exceedance got a length in front. Bivouac and He'd fight out the miners. Oh, he's a star colt. Exceedance came away to win it by 2. Bivouac second, just in front of Anaheed. Then Catch Me, and the roughie Royal Popcorn last. Wow.
Wow, what an exciting colt he is. They come here today not knowing whether he'd handle a heavy track, and he's won impressively. Not the money.
Bill hopefully comes through that well, and I know we've got some star 3-year-olds around, but put him up near the top of the list. He's an absolute star.
Bivouac gets...
He's got presence, and he seems sensible, and look at the acceleration. He showed glimpses of acceleration in his only 2 starts, and we were thinking, hello, what have we got here? And then he does this on a wet track, and surely if you're not excited by that, you're pretty hard to get excited about anything other, considering this bit.
He firmly went to the top of the market for the Golden Rose. But speaking to James Cummings yesterday, he said, of course...
And racing in the Windsor Park Plate. Now, Windspell was a bit slow out of the machine, has gone back with Atlanteal behind those, Mongolian Marshall. Melody Bell just biding her time behind those. Hello, It's Me is the next to Dark Princess as they work across the top. And then we have the next is More Wonder. Back on the inside is Windspell as they run towards the home corner. And Atlanta Peach was the last one. They come to the turn now, 500 metres to go. And Shadows Cast and Vigor Winner. Cut a deal on the outside. And now we've got Melody Bell. He's releasing her in the centre. She canned it up to them now. Melody Bell a length and a half in front. Mongolian Marshall runs on. Shadows Cast, Sultan of Swing and Windspell. But have a look at the darling of New Zealand turf. And Melody Bell does the double. She'll get it by about 3 lengths at the line. As per the script, this was easy.
What makes her so good in your opinion? She's just got that will to win and just doesn't know when to say never. So every time you go out, she gives you 110%. And if she does run a bad race, there's obviously something wrong.
Real interest coming up here. Can Libertini keep going? Is Fun Star up to the task today?
Well, that's about to be answered. One thing you just said then.
And she's very, very forward.
Set to Tura.
And Probabeel and Emeralds is the last one. There's only about 4 or 5 lengths covering the field, and Anahid leads at the 600 metres from the odds-on favourite Libertini. Fun Star moves up on the outside, getting closer now as they come around the corner. St Covered Spirit out deep from Aspect Ratio, and then came Let It Pour, top of the straight now. Anahid being eyeballed by Libertini and Fun Star, really keeping tabs with a pair of them. 300 metres to run. Libertini and Fun Star. McDonald goes for Fun Star. Berry says, go girl now with Libertini. Stride for stride. Libertini the inside of Fun Star. Probabeel's coming with a big run late. It's Libertini and Fun Star slogging it out. Nothing in it. Right down to the wire. Fun Star puts the nose in front. Probabeel dived. Oh, what a finish. Libertini and Fun Star. McDonald goes for Fun Star. Berry says, go girl now with Libertini. Stride for stride. Libertini the inside of Fun Star. Probabeel's coming with a big run late. It's Libertini and Fun Star slogging it out. Nothing in it. Right down to the wire. Fun Star puts the nose in front. Probabeel dived. Oh, what a finish. Probabeel has dived at Fun Star and Libertini. Triple go. Emeralds next, followed by St Cup.
What a race. What a finish. Who has won it? Who has won the T-Rose? The post comes up. Who's there? Oh, it says Fun Star. We can't see Libertini's nose over on the inside. It looks like she's run third. Photo confirms that Fun Star's got there. Number 5, Fun Star. Let's wrap it up in a short time. We'll come back and hear.
Yeah, like another bunch finish, but I love this win. I love the ride. McDonald rode her to win. You know, in the ideal world, you don't want to be bustling these staying fillies up, but he rode this filly Fun Star to get the favourites back, Libertini. I know, and she did over race and not settle as well as the other horses in the race. So for her to hang on there, I think she'll be much better when she gets to a mile, put to sleep.
The De Bortley Wines Golden Rose over 1,400 metres for 3-year-olds worth $1 million at Group 1 level. And our mounting
Express, it is the only one that they're touching. $6 now to $4.40.
OK, well, beaten by Bivouac last time out. He did defeat Exceedance.
Out to 260, well, that's the equal best we've offered all day. Yes, 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 into 440.
Dash leads the way at the 1,000 metres, and Bivouac camps in second position. Kubrick on the improved going to third, and yes, 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 1 out, 1 back. 2 further back to Exceedance, improving on the inside of Castel Vecchio, and Princeville was the outside. Dawn Passage last of all, but only 5 lengths off the lead. Yaldash held together down the side by 3/4 to Bivouac. Kubrick in a great position third. Then came Yes, Yes, Yes. Princeville was doing work in the run around Castel Vecchio, boxed up between runners Exceedance, the fence, and Dawn Passage is last of all. 500 metres to run, and Yaldash is asked to sprint quick. quicker. Bivouac still on the bridle in second. Yes, 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 pulling out. A length clear from Kubrick, and Exceedance is coming off heels. It's Bivouac being joined by Yes, Yes, Yes. Yes, Yes, Yes on the outside of Bivouac. 2 further back to Exceedance. It's Yes, Yes, Yes. Laying it down to Bivouac. Great finish. Yes, yes, yes. Bivouac comes back. Bivouac fights on, and Bivouac wins the Golden Rose. Another one for Godolphin. He just edged out. Yes, yes, yes. Then came Exceedance from Yaldash. Further back to Kubrick. Castor Vecchio.
He's still got plenty more in store, I can assure you.
So do you. You've made this race your own.
Just alongside.
We've seen that whole Golden Rose. Out of all of those horses in that race, I wouldn't be scared to follow them in different races going into the future.
Let's go to...
Beautifully, taking the blinkers off has definitely worked with him because he has conserved all his energy here. Geez, I thought he was in trouble here when Yes, Yes, Yes was coming at him, and you have to admire the outstanding fight he showed from here on in. He lifted off the canvas. Maybe Yes, Yes, Yes is still one run behind him and still has a peak performance left. Exceedance was great again.
Dreamforce, that horse is flying and it's going to lead for a long way here. Colding, this is the perfect race for him, and it's hard to knock.
Rumen, I thought. He's a burly sort of horse, strong, muscular, and yeah, with that run, just to trim him down a little bit.
I wouldn't like to be too far away from the top weight, you know. He's obviously going to take it up and be close to the lead, but I think he's the horse to beat. He's a...
3 wide, and Lejuge's last of all. Well, Dreamforce has had to slowly amble forward from the outside gate, and he moves up to Test Archidemus for the lead. Colding a very handy third. 2 further back to Star of the Seas. Best of Days, Juniper the outside, 3 wide. Tiakau Shark behind, getting some cover, followed by Desert Lord. Gems on the fence, then came the Candy Man. 50 Stars Unforgotten. Mr. Marathon Man and Rock as they turn for home in the Epsom. Dreamforce held together from Colding, going up to eyeball it now. Star of the Seas goes to a clear third. Here comes the Shark, Tiakau Shark running on inside the 250. Colding 2 lengths clear from Tiakau Shark and Star of the Seas. Colding at the 150 from Tiakau Shark. He's launching a late attack. Colding a neck in front from Tiakau Shark. Tiakau Shark going to Colding, misses, and Colding wins the Epsom. Another big one for G-Boss. Colding just from Tiakau Shark. They panel the rest. I think Star of Seas third from Gem Song. 50 Stars, then Rock.
Well, he's king of the Randwick Mile. Glenn Boss. He's won a stack of Doncasters. He now wins his 4th Epsom. And what...
I probably felt that a bit way in the Doncaster with the Brutal last year. I just felt like it was the same sort of scenario. So, listen over.
Here on, I thought this race is all over. Tiakau Shark's going to blouse him here. He had a beautiful run 3 wide with cover. He chimes in here, and I think, yeah, you're going to be too strong now, son. And look, I don't think he tired on his run. This is a good horse, Colding. He lifted, he saw him coming, and he lifted him, because you can see that, because they're racing away from the pack. That is...
his efforts. That is... his efforts. I thought he was the winner for sure. I still can't believe he got beat, but proud.
Now we're racing. They're off in the Livermore. Jackstar a little bit slow to begin. Mongolian Marshal and Athena Baby. Melody Bell's away well near the inside. More Wonder behind those. Peso. Monakia, the Taranaki Galloper, runs to the end of the back of the track. Peso, the local, goes up to eyeball it now and put more pressure on it and strides to the front here. Then Athena Baby, and on the outside More Wonder. Fiscal Fantasies the next. Then Mongolian Marshal, Dolcetto. She's starting to peel around them now. Melody Bell starting to come forward. Atlanta Peach, Vernon Me, and then Crown Prosecutor, Jackstar and Sentimental Miss. They run the corner in the Livermore, and Peso, Athena Baby over on the outside. Here she comes, Melody Bell. Opie Bosson's about to release her. Peso's fighting hard on the inside, but she's got the front now. Melody Bell from Peso, and they get right away from Crown Prosecutor. Here it comes, 9 Group 1 wins, and she is going to be dancing to her destiny. Melody Bell wins the first ever Triple Crown. She's done it, creating history. She wins the Triple Crown, the first ever to do it, and she did it brilliantly.
She's such a darling. Like, I got bumped around a little bit the first half of the race, and I ended up getting her out of trouble, and she just cruised into it. I just love her. She just keeps coming up coming up underneath you. She's just a darling.
Melody Bell wins her 9th Group 1 in New Zealand.
Incredible achievement, and that's a record over there. I think King Move Faster may have won 8. I think Opie's won 7 from 7 on her. She's just been a marvellous story, and the only mare the horse to win this Triple Crown as well. And a few have had a go at it, but she does it with style, and for only paid 57.5. What a money spinner she's been. She's.
It's the market for the first of our Group 1s here today, the 1,000 guineas. Flit has been all the rage right throughout the week. It was as low as even money at the moment, just out to $2.25. A little bit of money coming for the stablemate in Liar. That's come under the $5 mark.
Again, 750 out. South Bank's having a good passage by a length and a quarter. I Am Eloquent. Liar third, followed by Acting approaching the 600 metres. They were followed by Flit, who needs some luck. Emerald's 3 wide around her from Barbie's Fox and 10 Lee. Then St Edward's Crown and Missile Mantra as they come up to the turn at the 450. South Bank just in front. Liar the outside, a length away from I Am Eloquent under the whip. Then Acting and Emeralds. Flit behind them's running on at South Bank as they reach the 200 metres. Still a length and a half. Liar. Then Flit behind them from Acting, Missile Mantra. South Bank approaching the 100 metres, going well, a length and a quarter. Flit's out with Missile Mantra. South Bank getting tied. Flit, Missile Mantra coming at her. They hit it. It's a 3-way go. Flit in the middle, prominent. Flit or Missile Mantra or South Bank. Terrific go to the 1,000 guineas. Liar behind them. Then Acting and Emerald. Flit.
Flit will get it. Flit in the middle will put her nose down when it counts most. Huey Bowman got it centimetre perfect. Flit will win by the smallest possible margin over Missile.
For the big one, the Caulfield Guineas, and Darla Sun has been favourite right throughout ever since we opened the market. Darla Sun's been up and down a little bit in price, sort of $3.20 up to $4, now back to $3.70, but it is the best back runner, it is favourite. But we're getting some money for a couple of other runners. Alligator Blood is out to $5.
Asharana to the side of the course at the 950 by 2.5. Alligator Blood a length. Dalasan third. Fourth on the inside then is Groundswell, followed by Skador, Your Deal, Conqueror. Next in that pack is Super Seth as they run by the 800 marker. Further back is Vegas Knight, the outside of Stand to Attention, followed by Express Pass and Kubrick around that group. Next is Super Dar, and they were followed by Exeter Soul Patch and Eric the Eel. Rocker Basharana, a generous tempo here in the Guineas, comes up to the turn at the 450, a length and a half. Alligator Blood, 2.5 to Dalasan and Groundswell. A few of these chasing, then Skador, Conqueror. Further back, Your Deal, Kubrick. Rocker Basharana into the straight at the 250, but here's the Alligator. Alligator Blood moves up and takes it, then Groundswell. Dalasan needs to find, followed by Conqueror, Super Seth, but Alligator Blood, 100 metres to go, races away, 3 lengths in front. Super Seth is flying. Alligator Blood stopping Super Seth from the clouds. It's close. Super Seth has put in a mighty lunge. Asharana into the straight at the 250, but here's the Alligator. Alligator Blood moves up and takes it, then Groundswell. Dalasan needs to find, followed by Conqueror, Super Seth, but Alligator Blood, 100 metres to go, races away, 3 lengths in front. Super Seth is flying. Alligator Blood stopping Super Seth from the clouds. It's close. Super Seth has put in a mighty lunge. Asharana into the straight at the 250, but here's the Alligator. Alligator Blood moves up and takes it, then Groundswell. Dalasan needs to find, followed by Conqueror, Super Seth, but Alligator Blood, 100 metres to go, races away, 3 lengths in front. Super Seth is flying. Alligator Blood stopping Super Seth from the clouds. It's close. Super Seth has put in a mighty lunge. Photo, Super Seth may have got Alligator Blood. It's a photo. Groundswell for third. Photo four. Super and Super Seth will get up in a barnstorming performance.
Super Seth will get it. He'll get it right on the line. And Anthony Friedman has been able to do a big win. Mark Zara storming down the outside just when Alligator Blood looked home and done all the work.
In 2 Group 1s back.
Alligator Blood, 100 metres to go, races away, 3 lengths in front. Super Seth is flying. Alligator Blood stopping Super Seth from the clouds. It's close. Super Seth has put in a mighty...
We've sung his praises already this morning, but for Matt Hill, he would have spotted those stripy silks out of the corner of his left eye flashing in the form of Super Seth. But Corey, first, just on the...
They're competing there a long way apart. In Alligator Blood's case, I think he lost sight and may have relaxed a little bit through the line and didn't see Super Seth running through the line. It would have been more of
a home thinking he'd won the race. I mean, they were so far apart, and look, it was a narrow margin. But ultimately, with Dalasan, great vision there, is that Dalasan was in between them in the run. I think
Got long to go. Poor David Van Dyke and the owners. But well done to all the owners of Super Seth, because this is phenomenal.
Yep, it's that's a bad beat if you know.
Yeah.
To be that looking the winner in a Caulfield Guineas and getting run down when it looked like nothing could run you down.
Well, nothing else.
There's Mark. OK, so they're going to introduce them one by one.
And Parada probably won't be that far back as well. So Santa Ana Lane on top for me from
Long while today, and the two roughies in the Tab Everest are Nature Strip and Trekking at $31 each of two.
Zara to get him into the clear at the right time now.
But he's on his way to the gates, this 3-year-old colt by Rubik. Yes, yes, yes.
He's got the blinkers on today from inside, and I'll put a Nature Strip. He might just shock a few here, although I'm very wary of this 3-year-old. Yes, yes, yes. But
within her time. This is a great go up in the early stages with Sunlight pushing forward. Nature Strip the outside. Red Zell will just take a tug back into third, followed by In Her Time. Arcadia Queen's in fifth. Two further back to Classique Legend. They're followed off the track to Elise going forward from Parada. Yes, yes, yes. 10 Sovereign, Santa Ana Lane, and Trekking's the last one. Nature Strip got to the fence, leads by a length on Red Zell. Sunlight back to third. Arcadia Queen's pushing out. In Her Time is next. Elise right behind from Classique Legend, and further back to Parada creeping into it. Santa Ana Lane 5 off them, looking for room, getting to the outside now. Nature Strip at the 200, 2 in front to Red Zell. Yes, yes, yes is winding up. Further back then to Trekking and Santa Ana Lane. The Colt, yes, 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 takes the lead. Santa Ana Lane is charging at the end. Yes, 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 wins the Everest. Beats Santa Ana Lane. Right behind from Classique Legend, and further back to Parada creeping into it. Santa Ana Lane 5 off them, looking for room, getting to the outside now. Nature Strip at the 200, 2 in front to Red Zell. Yes, yes, yes is winding up. Further back then to Trekking and Santa Ana Lane. The Colt, yes, 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 takes the lead. Santa Ana Lane is charging at the end. Yes, 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 wins the Everest. Beats Santa Ana Lane. Trekking third, followed by Nature Strip and Parada. Then Classique Legend. Further back to Elise, Arcadia Queen, Red Zell, Sunlight.
A 3-year-old has won the 3rd edition of the Tab Everest. He takes the large share of the $14 million, but all of a sudden he's broken the track record. Santa Ana Lane's track record, who chased Yes, Yes, Yes home today. He ran 1.7 home today. He ran 1.745. They've run 1.732. Glenn Boss, he's won 3 Melbourne Cups on Mackay Diva.
Yeah, what a feeling. Oh my God, this takes me back to 05. This is... Bernie, I can't believe what's going through my body right now.
You look electric.
I've so much them to thank so much.
Dad's on top of the Everest.
That time as they went past the post, 1.7.32, the fastest time ever run at Royal Ramwick.
To run a 3-year-old to run that time was just breaking a course record, smashing a course record from one of the, the best sprinter in the land, Santa Ana Lane. That's a great advertisement for yourself.
Has a 3.
So the bottom line is it's the most marketable race to win, and it's also now globally, I think, recognised as the ultimate test of speed. And what do people look for in stallions? It's speed.
We've got joint favourites with Bet365 for the Stella Artois Caulfield Cup. And it is Finch, trained by Chris Waller. He trained the winner of the Denoble. The Japanese star in Murder Glass is at $7.50. And Mr. Quickie, Mairakti was good enough to do it a couple of years ago. They have Murder Glass.
I think Group 3 form over the 2,200 metres there is good enough. Once again, it just depends how they've travelled. I think the wide draw's a bonus.
The field is just about set. Mr. Quickie stands better now. Set for the Caulfield Cup. They're ready and they're racing. And Mr. Quickie stood there and missed it by 3 lengths. Angel of Truth began well towards the inside. Big Duke is one of the initial leaders with Wolf and Angel of Truth. Hartnell from the deep is coming over. Finch is looking for a position. Walker's looking over to his left. He's very keen to get a spot. Brimham Rock's the outside. Behind those horses then Quafila, the inside of Mirage Dancer. Then Red Verdon, who's 4 deep around Sound, Constantinople and Big Duke. Then Mr. Quickie Quickie, Goldmount, Vow and Declare, Rostropovich well back. Then Mustagia, Murder Glass, the Japanese Raider is second last out, wider and Till of Truth, and they were followed by Finch covering extra ground. Next is Big Duke, and then Mirage Dancer. Further back is Red Verdun. The inside as they swing to the side is Gold Mount, and then Constantinople Sound. 2 lengths Vow and Declare, Mr. Quickie, Mustagia, Murder Glass, and the Chosen One is at the end. Big Duke is dropping away and will be lucky to finish. 750 metres to go. It's Wolf just in front of Rostropovich. They were followed by Brimham Rocks 3 deep. Quafila behind them with Hartnell. Finch is 4 deep, only 2 or 3 off the lead. Sound is stoking up with Vow and Declare, followed by Murder Glass, who's only 4 off the lead, getting closer from Red Verdun. They're tightly packed in. The Chosen One around the turn. 400 to go. Wolf, Rostropovich, Finch out 4 deep, followed by Brimham Rocks. Mirage Dancer runs on behind those. Vow and Declare and Murder Glass right down the outside at the 200. Finch strikes the front, but here comes Murder Glass. Murder Glass takes Finch, followed by Mirage Dancer. Vow and Declare. Murder Glass, 100 metres to go. Kicks away. 2 lengths, Vow and Declare. Murder Glass, it's the Japanese again. Murder Glass from Vow and Declare. Wolf, Rostropovich, Finch out 4 deep, followed by Brimham Rocks. Mirage Dancer runs on behind those. Vow and Declare and Murder Glass right down the outside at the 200. Finch strikes the front, but here comes Murder Glass. Murder Glass takes Finch, followed by Mirage Dancer. Vow and Declare. Murder Glass, 100 metres to go. Kicks away. 2 lengths, Vow and Declare. Murder Glass, it's the Japanese again. Murder Glass from Vow and Declare. Photo third, Mirage Dancer or Constantinople, then Finch. Next, Mustagia from Hartnell, Sound, Goldmount, Red Verdun. The Chosen One, Mr.
The Japanese have come and they've conquered. They've won the Caulfield Cup again. Murder Glass wins the Caulfield Cup with the man of the moment, Damien Lane. What a wins the Caulfield Cup.
The audacity of that win was quite unbelievable, Corey. He had the cheek to look at the screen over his shoulder, Damien Lane. He knew he had that race wrapped up a fair way.
I think the audacity of the ride, I think it was a very, very clever ride. He went back, there was good.
Murder Glass, the International Raiders to the fall, maybe the first chapter of what might be the 3 big ones heading offshore.
We saw with Admiraki winning in 2014. They can bring their second and third tier stayers to Caulfield and also to Flemington and be ultra competitive, and we saw yesterday.
I think the Caulfield Cup will be a very, very good guide, but what you can take from it is difficult because it was such a roughhouse affair, wasn't it? It was like Dodgem cars at one stage in the home straight, but
and then comfortably kick.
He didn't need to really shift in late, did he? But there was lots of interference back there. But he was travelling so well down the side. Just about every other rider was starting to make a bit of a move, not those that were sort of cluttered up. He's a Group 2, Group 3 horse in Japan, and
but progressive.
Progressive, but still, that's where he's at. He's nowhere near their best, is he?
Significant pathways are about to unfold. Vow and Declare is a fascinating story, high up in Melbourne Cup markets after its second yesterday, but right now not guaranteed to get a run.
Well, that's exactly it. Unfortunately, Vow and Declare is still, as it stands, when you eliminate some of those that won.
Damien Lane is at another Group 1 in Japan for the Aussie boy. Damien Lane and Lise Gracheur, the mare goes on and wins.
And if it's not the Japanese mare, we just spoke to the great race, and it's $2.90 now for the Japanese Raider in Lise Gracheur.
Oh, what a race. Brings in A-grade form from all over the globe, and by all accounts has travelled really well and really worked stylishly here, so she's going to take the power of it.
Well, Jane.
Favourite on top of the 9 and Lise Gracheur is because she is just a consummate professional. Everything she has delivered.
To the world here. This is just unprecedented with our Bet Easy book. It is, the punters are down today and they've just all gone, righto, it's chips in, we're going to get it all back on this favourite here, Lise Gracheur. Into $2.80, completely dominates the betting.
Signal, and they're racing. Very Elegant missed the start by 2 lengths, and No Speed Danceteria. Mystic Journey began really well, pushing forward with Magic Wand. Blackheart Bart the outside, and not too far away is Kluger, and also Castelvecchio and Harlem on the fence. 2 lengths of Villiers, Cape of Good Hope. Very Elegant the inside. Then Lise Gracheur has been able to cross over, 1 off the fence and has 4 behind her. 1.5 lengths to Harlem 4, followed by Kluger. 1 length of Villiers and then Castelvecchio. Next is Cape of Good Hope the outside. outside of Very Elegant. A length and a half, Danceteria. Then Lee Gracieux, the outside of Kingswell Dream, well back Homesman. And Tiako Shark is last on the top corner. 750 metres to go. Magic Wanders dictating by a neck. Blackheart Bard, every chance. Mystic Journey. They were followed by Kluger. Satellite around the outside with Castelvecchio. Avilius behind them from Cape of Good Hope, followed by Harlem. Lee Gracieux still got 4 behind her. Danceteria's trying to stoke up. Castelvecchio moves up and takes the lead, approaching the turn at the 400. Castelvecchio from Magic Wand, Blackheart Bart, Mystic Journey. They were followed by Danceteria, and Lee Gracieux is running on. Castelvecchio into the straight at the 200. A length, Magic Wand. Lee Gracieux down the outside. Castelvecchio a length, but here comes Lee Gracieux. Lee Gracieux stomps up, and the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate. Lee Gracieux by a length and a half. Castelvecchio, Good Hope, followed by Harlem. Lee Gracieux still got 4 behind her. Danceteria's trying to stoke up. Castelvecchio moves up and takes the lead, approaching the turn at the 400. Castelvecchio from Magic Wand, Blackheart Bart, Mystic Journey. They were followed by Danceteria, and Lee Gracieux is running on. Castelvecchio into the straight at the 200. A length, Magic Wand. Lee Gracieux down the outside. Castelvecchio a length, but here comes Lee Gracieux. Lee Gracieux stomps up, and the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate. Lee Gracieux by a length and a half. Castelvecchio. Tiako Shark prominent for third with Magic Wand and Mystic Journey.
What an extraordinary win. And for Damian Lane, what an unbelievable 2019. He wins a Golden Slipper, he wins a Caulfield Cup, and he wins a Cox Plate. It's breathtaking. And at one stage, 600 metres, but it's all honours to a mighty mare. And the highest rated horse from Japan to come to Australia gives them a galloping by a mighty mare.
How exciting was that to watch? That was breathtaking. Damian Lane back in the field. He needed to get out, and when he got out, Corey, he pushed the button, and what a response.
Amazing win.
I was confident once I got her out down the side. She just probably didn't get around the track that well, but was just too good anyway.
What else is in? Like that, yeah. Well, look, the cream did rise to the top. She was the best horse in the race, and I'm glad we got a good, solid tempo because it showed when you get fast races like that, the best do seem to raise the bar, and she was. I mean, I don't think she really handled the Valley that well, but God, she was impressive.
She had so much.
I watched this live. I thought, well, they're not going to catch Castelvecchio, and then
with that weight, I thought same thing. I thought Craig had stolen it when he first skipped.
Matter of strides, she just picks up Castelvecchio, and she ran. Lee Gracieux ran, I think the what was it, the 8th best final 200 of the day, off a very, very quick tempo. So, I mean, the times back up what we saw.
Where does it? Over this young man, Damian Lane, you know, we saw probably a world-class mare there in Lee Gracieux.
She is just lengths above our weight for age horses. That's a proper weight for age.
A bias factor that has me worried. It looks like we're going to get enough speed for us. So I'm keen.
We're 15 minutes out from the Iron Jack Golden Eagle. Let's get a market update now.
News here is at the top of the market. Arcadia Queen, she's got to $4.20 3 times today. She's back into $3.60. You're looking at $3.50 on your screens at home. I can tell.
Ready for the Iron Jack Golden Eagle. $7.5 million in stakes. Zone out deep. Then came Beat Le Bon, and Fun Factor is the last one. Racing to the first turn, and Sunlight pushes on now and takes a clear-cut lead. Brutal is doing plenty of work. Roaring around the outside of the field, getting to second. Fasika took a set, then came Mizzy on the rails. Further back then to Behemoth, who's a couple off the fence. Wide out, I Am Superman's taken off a long way out, Superman. Then came further back, Never No More. Arcadia Queen deeper out. There's plenty of moves before the turn. Military Zone Colding back in the field, and Classic Legend heads the rest. Sunlight turns in front. Fasika gets going with I Am Superman. Brutal. Then came Mizzy and Behemoth, and Arcadia Queen to the outside. Sunlight still travels at the 250. Mizzy slipping up the fence. Then Brutal, Behemoth. Arcadia Queen, 3 off them. Sunlight still in front. Mizzy up the fence. Colding into the clear now. He's ambushing them now. Colding right over the top. swooped, won the Golden Eagle. Colding from Sunlight. Heads the rest. Sunlight turns in front. Fasika gets going with I Am Superman. Brutal. Then came Mizzy and Behemoth and Arcadia Queen to the outside. Sunlight still travels at the 250. Mizzy slipping up the fence. Then Brutal, Behemoth. Arcadia Queen, 3 off them. Sunlight still in front. Mizzy up the fence. Colding into the clear now. He's ambushing them now. Colding right over the top. Swooped, won the Golden Eagle. Colding from Sunlight. Third between Mizzy, Behemoth, then Arcadia Queen from Fasika. Military Zone, the inevitable beat.
Because Glenn Boss and Chris Waller have done it again. In the space of a fortnight, they've combined to win the $14 million Everest, and now they've won the $7.5 million inaugural running of the Golden Eagle. Colding is the champion today.
I knew he's going to, he's got a very good turn of speed, this horse, so it was tight and it was willing at points, but wow.
This is your home.
She came on again and my bloke just couldn't handle the constant pressure.
And for this horse to do what he did, to duck and weave and pick himself up, that it's taken us a little bit too long to work out how good he really is.
Yeah.
It's almost shades of Sebring and the Slipper, isn't it, when those two horses...
And there's Melody Bell sitting right at the top. She's been good enough to win 6 Group 1s in New Zealand. Now, Bricks and Mortar runs tomorrow.
At $3.90 mark. It's a big day, Derby Day, and we opened up short with $3.30 with Melody Bell. She dodged the Cox plate. She's here to run against the mares. And
from Noir Natoya, Melody Bell 2/3 down the field and deep. 2 lengths, Angelic Ruler, Invincibella and Fidelia is at the end. So the leader is Miss Siska narrowly as they continue their journey towards the 900 metres from Savatiano. Princess Jenny, 2 lengths, Melody Bell. Then came Noir Natoya, Invincibella, well back in the field, Angelic Ruler and Fidelia. Up towards the turn, it's Miss Siska and Fatriti and Savatiano who's pouring on the pressure. They were followed by Aristia, who gets a run up on the inside if good enough. Further back, Spanish Whisper and then Spanish Reef and then Baccarat Baby, Noir the fence. Pahuta Kawa brought towards the middle from Princess Jenny. Melody Bell's one of the widest. Aristia drives up on the inside and takes the lead at the 300 metres from Miss Siska. Then Spanish Reef and now Melody Bell is flying home. Aristia at the 150. Here comes the Kiwi star. Melody Bell up to Aristia. Melody Bell takes Aristia. What a body mare, a mighty mare. Melody Bell has won it by a length and a quarter. Reef and then Baccarat Baby, Noir the fence. Pahuta Kawa brought towards the middle from Princess Jenny. Melody Bell's one of the widest. Aristia drives up on the inside and takes the lead at the 300 metres from Miss Siska. Then Spanish Reef and now Melody Bell is flying home. Aristia at the 150. Here comes the Kiwi star. Melody Bell up to Aristia. Melody Bell takes Aristia. What a body mare, a mighty mare. Melody Bell has won it by a length and a quarter. Aristia. Third, Spanish Reef. Fourth, Princess Jenny. Then Baccarat Baby, Noir, Pahuta Kawa, Miss Siska, Natoya.
Be good. Damn straight she's good. A 7th Group 1 in 2019. Well, around the world, there's been no horse that...
And he give the winner something to chase, and I honestly thought that he left his run way too late, Opie, but again, just backing his judgment and backing the horse's ability, I just love to see it. Opie's been a great rider. He's had many a comeback because of weight problems, but it's good to see him get a superstar horse like this under his belt.
Yeah, the Kiwis...
Go away, says the market, and Bivouac, because Exceedance beat him first up on a heavy 9, and now he replaces Bivouac as your favourite for the Coolmore Stud Stakes. Good lordy me, into $3.20. This is a huge go on Derby Day.
Express, third last early is Exceedance, and then came Exeter, and Broadway and fourth is at the back. 800 metres to go. Sartorial Splendour led from Bivouac and then Libertini. Next in the field is Cardiff, up the middle in the light blue from Cosmic Force, Exceedance, Accession. Then Brooklyn Hustle, Little Contras the widest, 6 off the lead from Broadway and fourth, and then Exeter, Alabama Express, and Ruka is last. Onto the course proper, 450 out. Sartorial Splendour in front of Bivouac, who's getting close to the outside. Then Cosmic Force, Libertini, Carter from Accession. Exceedance over on the far side, running on. Bivouac at the 250, explodes, goes to the lead. Exceedance back to the inside, chasing Bivouac, then Libertini. Bivouac at the 100. Exceedance wearing him down. So much at stake, then Libertini. Bivouac grabbed by Exceedance, who drops them. And Exceedance on the corner. Exceedance beat Bivouac, Libertini. Photo for fourth. There's 4 of them. Brooklyn Hustle, Cosmic Force, Alabama Express. Last of all in a high calibre Coolmore Stud Stakes.
Is he a good colt? Damn straight he is. He's a really valuable colt now as well. What a win to Exceedance. The blinkers went on and the colt by Exceedant Excel. He cost $180,000 at the Inglis Easter yearling sales. He is worth a whole lot more now because he's defeated Bivouac.
It was a great result for the top 3 because they're all really good horses, and what it's shown is that we've got a great bunch of 3-year-olds and they've all franked each other's form, to be fair. So
throw the place getters into potential races like Newmarkets in the autumn.
Yes, against Santa Ana Lane, Parada. I mean, just absolutely mouthwatering.
These 3-year-olds getting the weight allowance though.
Cross Counter atop the weights, 57.5, so a significant weight rise for the horse trying to go back to back. And as we Simons, we were picking through it this morning, and there's a bit of an asterisk next to these tips because particularly for our form guru Clint Hutchison, he's still got a good 48 hours to spend looking at the
on top from Prince of Arran. You've got those 2 in your top 3 as well. Bound to...
let alone once, if not twice.
Yes. Look, surprise, mate. I think there could be a homegrown victory. I really
like Finch. I just think he's had the ideal preparation. He's drawn softer.
Counter, who I think will settle a lot closer than last year, and there were 2 different jockeys. I just like the profile of this horse, and Surprise Baby, Vow and Declare both got really strong staying chances for Australia, and Master of Reality, beautiful draw for Frank.
And that'll suit him. Back in third, I like Vow and Declare. And
Finch is the best back runner. It's at $9. It is a very difficult race, as we've touched on right throughout the day. It's $9 to field. Murder Glace was our
good there. He copped the penalty. Can he capture it with Vow and Declare? This horse has got a sense of timing about him. He's had the perfect preparation. His run in the Turnbull was fantastic. He was second in the Caulfield Cup, and to me, he just looked...
I've gone with Vow and Declare on top, number 23 in the book, because I just feel like...
Mustagia, Cross Counter, Downdraft, Sound, Mirage Dancer on the fence, a length and a quarter away at the 1,000 is Magic Wand trying to get going. Surprise Baby's making his move. Il Paradiso third beyond. Twilight Payment leads 3/4. Master of Reality, Hunting Horn 3 deep. Vow and Declare behind them from Prince of Arran. Steel Prince trucks up about 3 off the lead around the turn. Mustagia with a looping run, and Finch is with him, and they were followed by Raymond Tusk. Constantinople trying to get into the clear from Murder Glass next behind those horses. Southern France and Downdraft. Master of Reality at the top of the straight went for home at the 400 metres. Vow and Declare back to the inside. 2 legs Prince of Arran. Then came Hunting Horn, Il Paradiso late. Master of Reality with Vow and Declare on the inside. Then Prince of Arran, Raymond Tusk, Finch. It's Master of Reality. Vow and Declare up on the inside. Vow and Declare, Prince of Arran is lifting late with Il Paradiso. Master of Reality just in front. Vow and Declare kicks. Vow and Declare's won it for Australia. They're on top of the world. Beats Prince of Arran, Il Paradiso. And Prince of Arran, Raymond Tusk, Finch. It's Master of Reality. Vow and Declare up on the inside. Vow and Declare, Prince of Arran is lifting late with Il Paradiso. Master of Reality just in front. Vow and Declare kicks. Vow and Declare's won it for Australia. They're on top of the world. Beats Prince of Arran, Il Paradiso in a photo finish, and Master of Reality, a classic cup. Behind them, Mare de Glace, then Cross Counter. Next to finish in the race was Sound, Mustagia, Southern France, Downdraft well back, with also behind those Hunt Pull Up and Magic Wand back with those. Vow and Declare will win the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
A classic cup. A classic ride by Craig Williams, and Vow and Declare for Danny O'Brien in a driving finish. Craig Williams on the inside, Frankie Dettori, Michael Walker, Prince of Arran and Il Paradiso. A 4-way go, and there will be the smallest possible margin between the 3 of them. And Vow and Declare will win the Melbourne Cup for Craig Williams. He becomes the 9th jockey to win the Grand Slam.
Decision. You mentioned, Richo, that it was the stewards that put the protest in, and as a result they obviously knew that there was grounds to be able to uphold this fourth versus second, and now we've got a new second place getter in Prince of Arran. A incredible decision that the stewards have made.
Well, in many ways, with the results, let's update you on those, and if you've played the Quinellas, trifectas and first fours, it affects accordingly.
And as you said, once they get their formation, I felt the front half of the race really controlled the tempo of the race, and the second half of the field really got detached from that. And it really, you know, anything that made great ground from back of the field, like Surprise Baby, the second horse, El Paradiso, and there was one or two others. They were just huge runs. They just, the way the race was run, it was virtually impossible for them to win the race.
Yeah. Damien,
very pleased that Val and Declare could do it for all of us in the end, because I think there was a fair few people as part of Racing.com that tipped Val and Declare on top.
Nine within 2 lengths.
There was 9 horses within 2 lengths. On the day, there was, I think, according to the daily sectionals, 4 of the top 10 final 200s came over 2 mile in a 2-mile race. That's ridiculous. And then he's just sort of
pushed to victory.
Well, literally, it looked that way, didn't it?
But this is going to be one that we'll never forget. This is the sprint clash between the superstar, the defending champion, Santa Ana Lane. Black Caviar forming late and win the sprint clash.
Big race is on Santa Ana Lane, and at the moment we're talking $2.15 for the favourite. Outside of that, Nature Strip, well, Loving Gabby's better back than Nature Strip, even though there's a difference in price there.
$2.30. Nature Strip at $4.60, $5.11. Highest money earner.
Last, so the front runner is Nature Strip, trying to stack up the field at the 600 metres, led by over a length Sutori, the Bostonian, and in her time. Then Malibu Style tracking those. Further back is Loving Gabby, who'll come the widest towards the middle of the track from Rock Magic. Santa Ana Lane sticks to the outside fence, then Elise. 300 to go. Nature Strip accelerates. McDonald hasn't flinched yet. 2-3 lengths in front of Loving Gabby in her time, Elise. Nature Strip goes for home at the clock tower. 100 metres to go. 4 lengths in front, almost 5. Nature Strip with a devastating performance won the Classic. Second, Loving Gabby, third in her time. From Rock Magic, Santa Ana Lane sticks to the outside fence, then Elise. 300 to go. Nature Strip accelerates. McDonald hasn't flinched yet. 2-3 lengths in front of Loving Gabby in her time, Elise. Nature Strip goes for home at the clock tower. 100 metres to go. 4 lengths in front, almost 5. Nature Strip with a devastating performance won the Classic. Second, Loving Gabby, third in her time. Santa Ana Lane or Elise, followed by Zutori, Malibu Style, the bolts.
That's what he can do, and that's the way to ride him. Use his great speed, and James McDonald pumps the air. J-Mac take a bow. The super freak has got the best out of Nature Strip. Believe it or not, has absolutely thrashed one of the best sprinting fields we've seen in Australia.
They've been able to get this horse to settle better. I think leading on the horse is the way to go. He gets into that rhythm and he just keeps on reeling off these really quick sectionals, running 10.6, 10.7, 10.6. And the horses in behind, they're off the bit, out of their comfort zone a lot earlier than they would be in other races because of the Nature Strip factor.
I mean, and let's not forget as well, he obviously adores the straight.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. He's unbeaten down the straight.
Unbeaten there.
4 for 4 and a collective 10-length margin. Now, admittedly, the first 3 are in lesser grade, but smashes them again yesterday. So.
Welcome back to Sky Thoroughbred Central, 13 minutes away from this year's edition of the Kirin Railway Stakes, $1 million over the mile, Wes.
It's Perfect Jewel travelling well but getting strung up. Regal Power gadding is well back. Star Exhibit and Tell Him We're Coming, the favourite back last of all, about 10 from the leader, the Velvet King. Parnham's got them running into the corner. Past the 450, the Velvet King led at the top of the straight. Variation, No Run Tomasa, followed by Samizdat and Akanar Star, then Best of Days working into the clear. Then Perfect Jewel over towards the inside with Ms. Lecky going for run as well, and Platoon winding up, and so's Regal Power. The Velvet King's the leader. Samizdat, Best of Days, Platoon. He's coming down the outside, and so's Regal Power. Regal Power levels up, grabs the lead. It's Regal Power. Regal Power on the outside. The Wizard has done it again in the Railway Stakes. Regal Power has cut Best of Days down with Platoon close up, and also Akanar Star has trailed them home.
Regal Power has come from the back to win the Railway Stakes, and in doing so gives Willie Pike his 3rd victory in the Group 1. He won last year with Galaxy Star. He won on Elite Bell back in...
For more than a fleeting moment for Brad Rawiller. And what about...
shoot. Now they're off. Hanseatic, they're together in the run midfield, and then followed by Fixated Toscanini. And Geelong Progress is back last, coming around the home corner, just over 400 metres left to go. And Claptone the bolter leads into the straight from Glenfiddich in second. Southern deeper on the track as they straighten. And then comes Mr. Have a Chat. Down the centre, Hanseatic's now starting to range. Tanker's dropped out as they come down to the 200. Here's Hanseatic going to Glenfiddich, taking the front and putting a couple of lengths on the field. Away he goes. Look at this. It's Hanseatic careering away for Luke Curry, and he's going to demolish them. 3 lengths. Glenfiddich second, Fixated come through for third, then Toscanini. Followed, locked in at the end. Hanseatic.
He does have a blister, I hope so, in the run. He does have a blistering turn of foot. He ran consecutive last 200s there, the last 400 at 10.8, 10.8 basically last time out. You've got to be very smart to do that.
Talk about. $2.30, Hanseatic, sort of still the best back runner for us at the moment. Then you've got Rulership at $2.90, so not a lot of change in
last. Rulership in front, comes up towards the turn at the 500 from Hard Landing. Glenfiddich 3 deep, Spirit of Giving makes a line of 4. They were followed by Rathlin, Tagaloa, Valaquenta. Hanseatic's about third last, hook to the outside. Rulership and Hard Landing at the 250. Glenfiddich on the outside makes a line of 3. Rathlin back to the inside. Hanseatic running on. Rulership went for home though, below the 200 metres, a length and a half. Hanseatic from the clouds. Rulership trying to hold on. Hanseatic's wearing it down and will get up. What a win! Hanseatic from Rulership. Rathlin third from Tagaloa. Fiddick on the outside makes a line of 3. Rathlin back to the inside. Hanseatic running on. Rulership went for home though, below the 200 metres, a length and a half. Hanseatic from the clouds. Rulership trying to hold on. Hanseatic's wearing it down and will get up. What a win! Hanseatic from Rulership. Rathlin third from Tagaloa, followed by Glenfiddich. Oh, that was a serious race. Valaquenta behind them from Winsome, then Tanker being last.
He is a proper colt, and he is going to take a power beating in a couple of weeks' time in the Blue Diamond. Whatever beats him will be winning the great race. Rulership was superb.
All wrong mid-race for him, you know. He wasn't following the right horses. He was back from where he has. Nothing's come from behind all day or from out wide. And he's nailed him.
He is a star. He is undefeated. And
parade to what we saw from him in the spring.
Move to the 5, Sol.
And 71 the rest. So don't forget, there's only 6 runners in this race. If you've got some bet returns left, Alligator Blood.
Fifth on the outside of Soul Patch at the 800. Alligator Blood by 3/4 of a length to Catalyst, and the speed is neutral. Third along the inside is Chenier from Your Deal. Dallasan is getting going 4 deep, flushing out Your Deal 3 deep, and they were followed by Soul Patch. They come around the turn at the 550. It's Alligator Blood held together from Catalyst, giving it the stare. The race is on now. Your Deal a length and a half away from Dallasan, stoked up. Chenier needs a run, then Soul Patch. 300 metres to go. Alligator Blood lets down now. Catalyst is sticking with him, and they were followed by Chenier. Alligator Blood at the 200 metres, about a neck in front. Catalyst on the outside is sticking with him. Alligator Blood at the 100. Catalyst digs in. They're stride for stride. Alligator Blood and Catalyst. Alligator Blood just in front of just one. Alligator Blood has beaten Catalyst. Bring on the Guineas. Alligator Blood at the 200 metres, about a neck in front. Catalyst on the outside is sticking with him. Alligator Blood at the 100. Catalyst digs in. They're stride for stride. Alligator Blood and Catalyst. Alligator Blood just in front of just one. Alligator Blood has beaten Catalyst. Bring on the Guineas. Chenier third. Soul Patch.
That's everything you've got to love about this sport. Alligator Blood takes round 1 against Catalyst, but bring on the Guineas. Bring on the All-Star Mile. That had shades of Reduced Choice and Testarossa about it. The hairs on the back of the neck of everyone at Flemington are standing up upright, but Alligator Blood makes it 9 from 10 and takes out a pulsating CSA Stakes.
Oh, that was special, Corey. What a race.
Oh, mate, and I mean, they were 2 top-class horses. I mean, the time they ran for the last 400 was incredible, and they were going...
Just a complete match race from the 400 home.
So watching this, Corey, Hutch, Grace, we all shared a look at each other about now and said, it's on, and it was.
Exactly. How good is that? Look, Dan, that
Yeah, look, it's an outstanding contest. There's no doubt about it. Have a look at them here. Eyeballing for most of this race. A terrific contest. I reckon he may have headed him twice there, Catalyst, but he wouldn't give in, the Queenslander, and he's fought hard. And what a race. And the mouth's watering thinking of this Guineas coming up. And we're all talking about the big two up front there. Don't forget that third horse. Yeah. That is my horse, that one.
We went up at $2.60. Catalyst the favourite for the Australian Guineas after that clash with Alligator Blood, but it's Alligator Blood. We went up 3.10. Now he's a clear-cut favourite. The tribe has spoken. Alligator Blood, clear-cut favourite.
Let it unfold in the first 600 metres. Superstorm the fence, followed by Dalasan and Chenia. Alligator Blood kicks up on the inside at the 850. It's been solid here with Commodus. A length and a quarter, Alabama Express, the outside of Soul Patch. Catalyst now about to peel out 3 deep. It wants to go. Further back is Superstorm getting off the fence from Dalasan, a length and a half to Chenia. The field come around the turn at the 600. Alligator Blood just in front of Commodus. Alabama Express 3 deep. Catalyst 4 deep. Lane hasn't moved. Soul Patch runs up behind them from Superstorm, and then Dalasan and Chenia. Alligator Blood. Maloney with a pocket full of aces. Kicks for home about a length and a half. Catalyst, Soul Patch. Further back in the field, Superstorm, Dalasan. Alligator Blood lets down at the clock tower at the 200. 2 lengths in front of Soul Patch, followed by Catalyst, Superstorm, Alligator Blood. 100 metres to go. His big heart pounding. He's clear. He wins. Alligator Blood won it by a length. Photo second. Superstorm or Soul Patch. Fourth, Chenia. Catalyst not.
He's a champion. It's as simple as that, because he's able to do it everywhere. He takes up the running. They put a lot of speed on early, and then Ryan Maloney eventually got control of the race. He dropped the tempo out, and you just knew that he was going to be up for the fight. He sprints away. His sprint was unbelievable.
Well, you can't quantify guts. I mean, we can look at them, and Will to Win has, you know, it's gone to a new level, and he'd been
turned into a movie script.
I mean, as we've spoken about on the show before, the horse is just, he's quickly getting to icon status. You know, arguably should be undefeated. He's now 10 out of 11, won his first Group 1 yesterday. But just the backstory with, you know, the horse being passed in as a yearling for $50,000.
North Star Mile, which is at Caulfield in 13 days' time. We anticipate now Alligator Blood has ticked the mile box.
Impressive. So was this. Oh, look, he's just a winning machine, isn't he? He just keeps delivering the good. First Group 1 win for horse and jockey. So that's a marvellous achievement. What can you say? Superstorm was very good. That Perth form has shaped up pretty well there. I don't know what's left for him. Maybe he gets a little sneaky invite into the...
Rubber Beal. Equals second pick, also at 440. Mounting out brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shop with confidence if you need it.
Flit and Lyre have got performance on the board so far and run one back.
Well, it was all blue, blue, blue in the Light Fing, Flit and Fun Star and others.
Yeah, in again, Flit.
For the first Group 1 of the Autumn Carnival. This will be followed by the...
Off in the surround stakes, and jumping very well was Kiamichi. Zeelong was by a length of the 800 from Zeelong. Flit 3 wide third. Then Lyre fourth, the fence from Heart of the Oak, Probabile, and Sarsfi's pulling its way around the field. Further back to Missile Mantra, Aspect Ratio. Fun Star gets up into a 3 wide spot now. McDonald starting to put her into the race, coming to the turn. And Akari is the last one. Kiamichi with 2 lengths leader around the turn from Zeelong. Then came Lyre further back to Fled. Now Fun Star's getting to the outside. 6 off the lead. Probabile back to second last. Kiamichi under siege. Lyre up the fence from Zeelong. Then Fled. Fun Star, and further back to Probabile is winding up late. The roughie Zeelong still in front of the surround. Fun Star and Probabile down the outside. Probabile and Fun Star. Probabile sealed the deal right on the post. Probabile got up to beat Fun Star and Zeelong in the surround. Then came Lyre from Missile Mantra and Flit. Further back to Heart of the Keen.
2 great Kiwi jockeys fighting it out. Opie Bosson on Probabile and James McDonald on Fun Star.
For you? Yeah, I just got myself in a little bit of a pocket and just had a...
Fun Star had the wood on Probabile in the spring. It turned around yesterday.
I thought she had the jump on Fun Star got the jump on Probabile as well early in the straight there. Probabile was in front of her. McDonald made his move. It was a good move and you thought it was a winning move. But I just feel the filly with a couple of runs under a belt, a barrier trial against a first up.
The big one of the day, the Group 1 Weight for Age Tab Chipping Norton Stakes over 1,600 metres and a field of 13 to line up.
Great one, right up to his looks today.
Yeah, the Shark hats.
So staying ahead of the NOP.
Last of all is Dancer Terrier. The Sharks a bit keen back in the field at the 800 metres, and Dream Force is rolling in the lead. Happy Clapper really keeping him honest at the 600 metres. They've upped the tempo. 2.5 clear from Very Elegant. Then Lifeless Ordinary Homesman. 2 after Fierce Impact. Duke on. Further back to Angel of Truth. Boston starting a run on Tiaco Shark, and Avilius is next at the top of the straight. Dream Force the leader from Happy Clapper. Then Lifeless Ordinary, Very Elegant. 2 further back to Homesman. Then Fierce Impact. Tiaco Shark is circling wide out, but still 4 off them. Dream Force just in front from Happy Clapper. Very Elegant. Wide out Tiaco Shark. The Shark's coming for the kill. Tiaco Shark right over the top. Good up to win it from Very Elegant, and Fierce Impact third. 2 further back to Homesman. Then Fierce Impact. Tiaco Shark is circling wide out, but still 4 off them. Dream Force just in front from Happy Clapper. Very Elegant. Wide out Tiaco Shark. The Shark's coming for the kill. Tiaco Shark right over the top. Good up to win it from Very Elegant, and Fierce Impact third. There's the Group 1 double for Jamie Richards and Opie Bosson. Right behind Happy Clapper, then Homesman. Further back to Lifeless Ordinary, Avilius, Angel of Truth, Dancer Terra, Cariff, Duke on. Dream Force buckled out, and Come Play With Me. He's done it. The Shark, Tiaco Shark from well back, has swamped them to win the Chipping Norton.
What a horse. The big chestnut from New Zealand. He's rounded them.
They looked to be...
We've just seen a phenomenal performance from a real star.
Yeah, no, he's something special, isn't he? He didn't go real quick early. Blake sort of slowed, and he's a very, very exciting horse.
You know what he can do. You know he's got a big finish. Did you think he could do that today? And a new starter cheer. He's a Kiwi, he's a big chestnut, and he's got everything, Duff and Lizzie.
Oh, he definitely got everything, I think. This was a test for him. He had work to do. He had nothing to bring him into the race. He had to do it all on his own. He ran 32.59 for the last 600 metres on a track that wasn't playing fast. You know, 10.93, 10.62, 11.04. There is these last 200 metre sectionals. I thought it was a superb performance, beating a very, very good field. Sky's the limit for him. The second filly, well, she's back, and she ticks a few boxes here. Very Elegant. She shows.
Tiaco Shark is now $2.30 in the George Rider. He's next to Simon. Duff and Lizzie, these internationals will want to be very good to beat Tiaco Shark. They're
market with Bet365 for the new market. Big build up to this feature race here today, and what a cracking edition. We've got Exceedance, $3.30. The money's coming quick for him. $4.20 for Loving Gabby, $6.50 Bivouac, who's pretty steady around that.
$9.50 to probably get the double.
Beat that same horse in a very high rating Coolmore here. It's probably advantage Bivouac on the speed map perspective. He'll be up on the speed. I just thought he got run off.
So the leader Banquo from Guitra underneath of it. Loving Gabby, Bivouac behind those from Dispatch Trope. Then Tofane, Zutori, Libertini out deeper. Exceedance second last. The Inevitable is last. So the front runner is Banquo at the 800 metres. By a length as they're sliding out even wider on the track now. From Bivouac second, Guitra box seating third. Dispatch out deeper, followed by Loving Gabby. Then came Zutori, Trope, Tofane, Libertini is the widest, tracked by the Inevitable, and Exceedance darting back between horses. The leader is Banquo in the new market at the 400 metres. Tried to kick away about a length and a half. Loving Gabby out, followed by Guitra, Bivouac, and then came Zutori running on. It's Banquo at the 200 metres in front of Loving Gabby, and Bivouac on the outside, chiming in strongly, then Guitra. Bivouac takes the lead from Loving Gabby at the 100. Bivouac coming away for Bossy. Bivouac's won the new market easily. Loving Gabby. The leader is Banquo in the new market at the 400 metres. Tried to kick away about a length and a half. Loving Gabby out, followed by Guitra, Bivouac, and then came Zutori running on. It's Banquo at the 200 metres in front of Loving Gabby, and Bivouac on the outside, chiming in strongly, then Guitra. Bivouac takes the lead from Loving Gabby at the 100. Bivouac coming away for Bossy. Bivouac's won the Newmarket easily. Loving Gabby second, Photo third, Gitra or Zutori, followed by Banquo Tofane, Exceedance the Inevitable.
Bivouac wins for James Cummings. What a 3-year-old colt he is. He thrashes them and defeats a gun 3-year-old filly in Loving Gabby. Gitra, well, he was honest and brave.
Like I said, I mean, a lot of the times were sort of outside standard, so, but this was still ranked the best performance of the day.
They certainly did ramp it up.
To be a Newmarket that wasn't a fast race, he changed, well, he lost the speed of the Oakley Plate, so that was the excuse there, but he rode the speed here and off he goes. What a moment for the Godolphin colt here. He stamped himself, you know, a real prospected stud now. How good's that Golden Race? She's a ripper, Loving Gabby, not her style of race. She certainly was a great run there.
Star Mile, and finally, the day is here. The richest mile race in the world with $5 million up for grabs. And a horse who's certainly on the tip of everyone. Behind him, the whole of New Zealand are behind this Star Mare.
Just holding that price. In fact, Alligator Blood is holding its price as well, and our percentages have stayed around the same. So about 55% of our win pool on Alligator Blood, and Melody Bell clearly second best back runner at $4.40.
With great toe, Flit wants it over and done with. At the 1,000 metres to the side, kicked away about 4 lengths, Streets of Avalon. It's a solidly run All-Star Mile. 2 lengths away, Alligator Blood in third. A length, Regal Power, followed by Melody Bell tucked away. A length and a quarter, Blackheart Bart from Colding. Fierce Impact, 2 lengths, Harder Puissance, Sosi Bon. Then Dallas Sand, Mr. Quickie shuffled back from Aristia Superstorm. Star Missile is last at the 600 metres. It's the filly Flit, 5 lengths in front. Alligator Blood second the outside, giving chase now from Streets of Avalon. Next is Regal Power, who is tracking the Alligator. Then came Melody Bell, Blackheart Bart, Fierce Impact to the outside from Colding. And next in the field, Sosi Bon and Dallas Sand. Flit comes back to them. Alligator Blood on the outside takes the lead, but Regal Power's there. Then Fierce Impact and Melody Bell taking the lead. Regal Power from Alligator Blood. Fierce Impact, Superstorm right down the outside. Regal Power in front. Superstorm's flying, but it's Regal Power. Regal Power 3/4 of a length to Superstorm. Grant and Alana Williams with an all-star Quinella. Photo third. Melody Bell prominent with Dallas Sand or Fierce Impact. Then Sosi Bon, Streets of Avalon. Further back in the field, Colding, Alligator Blood. Neck end.
Extraordinary moment for WA Racing and for Bob Peters and Grant and Alana Williams.
Bad way to ride your first winner in Melbourne, is it?
Sure isn't. Let's hear for the man of the moment. For a race, Corey, that I thought was going to be slowly run, it was turned on its head when Flit jumped and wanted to go.
Flit with the blinkers on really sent him along.
It was very emotional. It was great to see that perspective and that side of him, but he basically said, Superstorm, in 12 months' time, I've got no doubt he's going to be the best horse in our stable.
Yeah. It was an important board coming out of the race. The owner-ambassador initiative is the real winner and story out of the race for mine. Tegan Abercrombie, so 28-year-old single mum from Sunbury. She turned 28 on Friday. She was talking, would have been a life changer. 250,000 jumps in. She'll get a house out of this. She's talking about buying a car, hopefully being able to take her 4-year-old son to Disneyland. What a remarkable story.
The look on her face, and just the look on her face and the excitement post-race was just... It's my highlight of the autumn. I know we'll get to it.
I'm trying to read between the lines. I think they wanted a wetter track than what they've got here today, but they do have the jar out of it. I think that's good enough. He is capable of, appears cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, wasn't it surprised to see her going forward like everyone else?
What can he do? Here's Darren Flindell for the call of the Randvet Stakes.
So working down the back, and Marquand had no troubles there and leading on today, out by a length and a half now, and Very Elegant is racing a touch keen there in second position. Norway third. Well, William Haggis and Tom Marquand winning earlier in the day with Young Rascal. They're looking for the double now. Second favourite in the QE2 Cup, and Adabe shows the way by 3/4 to Very Elegant, is really keeping tabs with the British horse, and they quicken the speed a long way from home. 2 lengths away to Norway, then Youngster. Very Elegant and Adabe. Shades of the earlier race. Adabe's lifting on the inside of Very Elegant. Adabe and Very Elegant. Adabe strong, and Adabe goes on to win the Randvet. What a super ride by Tom Marquand. 1.5 lengths to Very in front, but Adabe comes back on the inside. 3 lengths clear from Avelius. It's Very Elegant and Adabe. Shades of the earlier race. Adabe's lifting on the inside of Very Elegant. Adabe and Very Elegant. Adabe strong, and Adabe goes on to win the Randvet. What a super ride by by Tom Marquand, 1.5 length to Very Elegant. A big gap back to Avelius. Then came Young Star from Dan's.
They have come home here in 33.41, these two horses. Absolutely airborne on a track like this, and just much faster than anything else on the day from leader to the post. Wow, he's just sensational. A very tough horse. They say they were their semi-finals. Well, look out if they got grand finals.
Believe me, though.
He's there, but
Elegant, who's at even money. Chris Waller taking it nice and easy. The Tancred is brought to you by Kia, and this
making excuses for him of this preparation, but 2,400 metres.
We go to the favourite, number 9, Very Elegant, James McDonald, up for Chris Waller.
Yeah, she's been outstanding at her past 2 starts without winning a $1 million.
And Very Elegant is your best bet for this venue.
Yeah, look, she was, she's come back into...
Because he's the only leader here, G-Box.
750 out, and Dancer Tira having made that move from last to first, maintains a big lead down the side. Dancer Tira at the 600, 3 lengths clear. Angel of Truth is flat to the boars. Then came Mirage Dancer. Wider out, Very Elegant tries to get going with Southern France. Carafe in a tricky spot from Mugatoo and Avelius as last. Dancer Tira keeps up the gallop at the 350. 2 or 3 lengths in front of Mustajir. Now Very Elegant starting to wind up on the outside. Well, look at it come into it. Very Elegant in a stride. She pounced on the front. 250 out. Avelius looks the only danger, but Very Elegant 2.5, 3 lengths clear now. Oh, what a mighty performance by Very Elegant. She won the Vinery last year. A cheeky peep by James McDonald and a well-earned pat down the neck. Very Elegant won it easily from Ansatira. Keeps up the gallop at the 350. 2 or 3 lengths in front of Mustajir. Now Very Elegant starting to wind up on the outside. Well, look at it come into it. Very Elegant in a stride. She pounced on the front. 250 out. Avelius looks the only danger, but Very Elegant 2.5, 3 lengths clear now. Oh, what a mighty performance by Very Elegant. She won the Vinery last year. A cheeky peep by James McDonald and a well-earned pat down the neck. Very Elegant won it easily from Mustajir and Avelius. I'd say they've gone that way. Couldn't stand the pressure there and finished last.
Well, no cheering on track, but everyone can just sit back wherever you're watching this race from and just admire that performance by Very Elegant. One of the easiest wins you'll see. James McDonald wins stakes. Chris Waller his second, and Very Elegant the second time out to 1.5 miles, and she...
Little things that didn't happen for her, but she was just lethal there at the finish. Run the 1.5 miles, run it right out as a 4-year-old. Can't back up. You're kidding. Unbelievable. Mustajir looked a real...
Well, she won the Vinery on this day last year, and she returns 12 months to the day later and wins the big one, the Tancred Stakes. And of course she
springs into another gear here, doesn't she? Very Elegant. She's looking, well, this Queen Elizabeth's looking one of the hottest Queen Elizabeths I've seen in many, well, since the beginning. It's as good as Eddie Cox Plate. You know, you can leave your Kingston Town and Winks out of there, but this Queen Elizabeth Stakes could be a beauty if she lines up in it as well. Avelius battled on.
Adib, Tiako Shark, Danon Premium, Very Elegant, Castelvecchio, Master of Wine.
$3.90 favourite here over Cascadian at 6, Dealmaker at 8, Desert Lord at 9, Something Fast sitting on the double figure line there at 10.
To the back to Morris Cascadian, and Master of Arts is the last one. So Desert Lord was able to go through and hold the lead. Out by a length on Cuba, then Mask of Time, Gallows Shop out 3 wide. Further back to Rainbow Thief being hard ridden coming to the turn. I Am Superman the outside, Something Fast travels on the fence. Further back then to Galway, Star of Seas pushed out deep from Dealmaker, all cluttered up, and Cascadian as they straighten up, and Desert Lord, where most of the winners have been coming from. 5 off the fence leads from Mask of Time. They're a good gap in front of the rest. Galway's making ground. Desert Lord coming back on Mask of Time. Now Tom Marquand gets to work on Mask of Time. Went up to Desert Lord. Cascadian, he's charging. Is today. Mask of Time runs out. Cascadian joins him. Got him, I'd say. Photo finish. I think Cascadian bobbed in the last bound to get Mask of Time. It's a photo. Galway third, I'd say, in front of Rainbow Seas, Master of Arts. He's done it.
Yes, Cascadian, the big baldy face of Cascadian, has put that nose out on the line to get a sprint of the Star Championships. Race number 8, the Tab TJ Smith, weight for age, Group 1 over 1200. Our mounting yard is brought to you.
It's their main objective here. The big improver is Exceedance. On looks, I think he's stood out.
Gates are back now, and they're off and racing. And Vega Days aggressively ridden out from the wide draw. White Moss jump well. Loving Gabby as well from Red Zeller. And Nature Strip is there on the inside. And he's starting to muster, improving. Parada drops into a nice position on the outside of In Her Time. Last of all is Exceedance. Nature Strip's pretty keen now. He's a real control freak and he wants the front. He took it away from Vega Days. Red Zell being pushed along to keep up with them coming to the turn. White Moss in 4th, followed by In Her Time, Loving Gabby. Further back to Parada. Saturetta Lane on the fence. Has 4 behind coming around the turn. Tefane trekking Exceedance. And Bivouac will have to be good to win from there. Into the straight and Nature Strip tries to slit them. He's got Red Zell done. Followed then by In Her Time, White Moss. Saturetta Lane's about 6 or 7 off them. Bivouac as well, but he's running on. But it's Nature Strip well clear at the 150 from Red Zell. Parada charging at the end, but Nature Strip, he's a force of nature today. That's his 4th Group 1. Brilliant. Saturetta Lane grabbed second just in front of Red Zell and Parada. Then came Tefane. Bivouac was next. A gap back to Exceedance, followed by In Her Time trekking from White Moss. Well back Loving Gabby, and Vega Days was last in the TJ of 2020.
What a sprinter. What a sprinter. He has demolished a world-class field. He has given on this rain-affected track. Well, Chris Waller has scored his first victory in the...
And how was the confidence?
There is no horse in the world who can beat Nature Strip.
Well, it's speed, speed, early speed is a big thing in racing, and this horse, he doesn't need the late speed because he can crack them. He can crack them between the 800 and the 600 or the 600 and the 400. He doesn't have to crack them the last 200 because when he lets go and runs his 10-second furlongs, it gets the opposition off the bit, and it's a great asset to have. And that's 2 super wins in a row now. He's certainly matured. He's come of age.
For the Star Doncaster Mile, over 1,600 metres, of course, the Group 1, 20 runners.
The Star Doncaster Mile, Melody Bell, 5.50 out to 6, back into 5.50. Brandenburg, 6.50 out to 8, back to 7.50. Shared Ambition, 9.50 into $8.50. The rest are at double figure odds, and of them, there's a little nibble for Homesman, $23 into 18.
And the gates are back. They're off and racing. Night's Watch taken back with Natoya. And jumping there is Kingswell Dream and the Olive Hat. Further back then to Colding, followed by Mr. Quickie. Back towards the inside is Shared Ambition in the Black Hat, followed by Tully. Well back Cascadian from Star of the Seas, Natoya. And Night's Watch is the last one. They go towards the 800 metres. Quacker Jack being joined by Homesman the outside. A length clear from Imaging. Best of Days 4th. Then Super Seth, Prince Fawaz. Well positioned. Conte Patiro the outside. Further back in the orange blinkers to Melody Bell. The New Zealand champ gets going, followed by Yulong Prince, then Brandenburg, Mr. Seawolf. Just behind them then is Kingswell Dream as they come up to the turn, and Colding heads the rest coming around the turn. Quacker Jack just in front from Imaging and moved up to join it now, followed by Yulong Prince getting a rails runner. 2 further back to Super Set, Brandenburg, and down the outside is Melody Bell getting past Conte Patiro. Yulong Prince went up the fence. Melody Bell wide out with Brandenburg, and here comes Natoya. Natoya down the outside, swoops to the front in the Doncaster from Brandenburg. Star of the Seas getting through. Natoya cleans them up in the Doncaster. Natoya beats Star of the Seas. A rails runner. 2 further back to Super Set, Brandenburg, and down the outside is Melody Bell getting past Conte Patiro. Yulong Prince went up the fence. Melody Bell wide out with Brandenburg, and here comes Natoya. Natoya down the outside, swoops to the front in the Doncaster from Brandenburg. Star of the Seas getting through. Natoya cleans them up in the Doncaster. Natoya beats Star of the Seas and Brandenburg. Then Melody Bell, followed by Kingswell Dream. Close up Cascadian from Mr. Quickie, Super Seth, Night's Watch. Further, Jimmy Innes and Wendy Roach have taken out the prize Doncaster handicap.
Yes, it's a first for both. The Group 1 win for both Wendy Roach and James Innes. Their first of their career, and this mare, Natoya, has come sweeping home down the outside to win her Group 1 saddlecloth number 18. Star of the Seas over on the inside. Brandon.
Mare is such a sod. I tell you what, all week I couldn't ride her. I just freshened her. I did a 200-metre sprint. She bit the strap in the head. He had to get stitches. I can't believe it. I told John he would win. I told the kids that he would win. I told my friend who's stuck in Singapore, was stuck in Dubai for 2 weeks because his wife's pregnant, couldn't come because of they thought she had the coronavirus and she's just pregnant, the poor thing. I've told everyone that she would win today and she's won. I don't know what I'm going to do because all the restaurants are shut. We normally stop illegally at the Doncaster and get beer, so I don't think we can do that either.
No, you can't do that today, Wendy.
No, Clark's of the course for getting her there, and I think that the barrier attendant actually backed her because he jumped out of the car and chased her all the way. I said, I don't know what, I really thank the boys, I tell you what, and I think she does too. She's going to get pizza tonight, I can tell you. Oh.
The horse eats pizza?
Yeah, she eats supreme pizza with capsicum sauce, yeah. And Ginger's not here today. He normally goes up to the members and gets his chicken schnitzel, and she normally has that.
Chicken schnitzel as well?
Oh, she eats everything. Like, and in Melbourne, she got barred because off the greenies and the animal libs because we drank beer after the race, so she'll get at least that.
Well, I think we better stop.
I think that you'd hear those words, 80 people in front of a crowd of 80 people, a mare that ate chicken schnitzel and drank beer.
Never.
Never. Yeah, but incredible.
Behind Pharaoh in 95, his son went one better.
Yeah, he did, and well, have a look at her here. She just explodes on the scene. She's a mare that we know that can run incredible sectionals, and she was slow out. She had to circle the field, and to do what she did, it was just an amazing. You can't really make too many excuses really for the Beaten Brigade.
Number 8, the Group 1 Longines Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Over 2,000 metres, and we're about to have a look at the runners in the yard with Ron Dovesey and Japanese. Number 1, Danon Premium. James McDonald rides for Mitsumasa Nakushita.
Wow, who's a pretty boy. He is the highest rated horse in this race. He's got good gait speed.
Silky and healthy, and he's really settled. A lot of the horses that come from overseas can sometimes get a bit...
Tom Marquand.
And he's another laid-back customer. I'm surprised because this wind has really got him to a second level now. It's really blowing, but he showed great fight, winning the Ranvet with improvement to come. Sting out of the ground. They've got their prayers have been answered here. We're working with a heavy track. Form's been franked at a last run. Lot to like about him.
Yeah, as
the one back in trip. Great race, isn't it? 4-1-2-12 for me.
Melody Bell, the Brassel best value bet.
Yeah, well, let's go to sit. Well, back in the field then is Happy Clapper and Kingswood Dream and Imaging of the last pair. Down the side in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, and Gallo Shop certainly making it a staying contest of the 800 metres. 3 lengths clear from Val de Clare, and then a Dave on the inside. Marquand hasn't felt for it as yet. 2 further back to Colding, then Very Elegant. Danon Premium is just starting to be felt for now at the 600 metres, waiting to get to the outside. Going between runners, Tiao Cow Shark. Melody Bell is slicing through. Master of Wine's getting onto the back of the Japanese horse as they turn. And a Dave makes the move now at the 400 metres. And a Dave draws clear, but here's Danon Premium. Wow, look at him come into it, Danon Premium. He moves up now to a Dave. This is what we've been waiting for. A Dave the inside of Danon Premium. Very Elegant goes to third, but a Dave's full of running at the 100 metres. In fact, he's ripping clear now, and a big win for a Dave in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Very Elegant got through for second in front of Danon Premium. Great go for fourth, Master of Wine, Tiao Cow Shark and Melody Bell between them. A good gap back then to...
Adib has won a race and a half. Number 2, Adib, ridden by Tom Marquand, trained at Newmarket in England by William Haggis.
Rascal would be the one that might be the one to get me out of jail, but I mean, what a tough, straightforward, genuine horse.
Very happy when the Bolter Galo Chop kept them running and didn't want to slow up. It just got into his beautiful rhythm. They obviously got the track they were praying for, a heavy 8, and boy, didn't he let down that last 200 metres? Hasn't he got a fantastic sprint at the end of his races, no matter if you run slow or if you run fast? He's a complete racehorse. She's flying, Very Elegant.
1, the Schweppes All-Age Stakes, 1,400, at Wait for Age, the Mounting Yard.
What a big moment. He's been a great horse, and this is expected to be his last run before stud. It's a drying track. First time past 1,200 since
Freedman camp. 21 this morning on tab. Skims in $10 to $11, and they're out on the track warming up. Super Seth Press 20.
Turn and White Moss is free rolling in the lead at big odds. Turns 2 in front of Fasika. Then Dream Force. Parada being stoked up. Tefane gets going. Bivouac travels well on the inside. 300 metres to run. White Moss coming back to Fasika. Coming hard now is Parada and Tefane the outside. Parada and Tefane hit the front together at the 250. It's Parada on the inside at Tefane. Parada, he's looking to go out a winner. Tefane's trying to spoil his party. It's Parada in front from Tefane. Oh, close. Parada and Tefane. Tefane really dived right on the peg. Not sure about third for Seeker and Super Seth. Then came Santa and Elaine from Bivouac. Further back to Brandon.
Parada, Tefane, the noses in sync. I think it's the outside. If that is to be and that photo has confirmed the result. Tefane
there, and Super Seth has...
Let's hail the winner. And another Group 1 to this man, Opie Bosson. Mike
And Hutch, what about our sprint stars? There's a couple of them racing today that are right there towards the top of our very greats in regards to money earners. We talk of Santa Ana Lane and Sunlight.
Yeah, exactly.
And got out to $3.60, just back to $3.40. It's on its own as the favourite. Santa Ana Lane is $7.50 now. We looked at the top of the program. Trekking was that price. It's out to $8.50.
The inevitable Zootori 7 or 8 off them, along with Bold Star, Liars well back. Santa Ana Lane's getting to the outside, and Bohemoth last 400 metres to run in the Goodwood, and Keelong's belting along in the lead, but Guitra is stalking. They sprint now. Keelong goes well. Guitra goes better. He lays up to Keelong. Guitra strikes the lead from Keelong. Running on is Trekking. Further back, Order of Command. It's Guitra clear. Trekking's a big danger. Trekking's after Keelong. It's in front, Guitra. Guitra and Trekking. Trekking got up to win final stride and took the Goodwood for Godolphin. Trekking over Guitra. Liars flown. She might be third in a photo with Behemoth, Bold Star and Order of Command. Santa Ana...
Trekking will get it on the outside here. He will win his second Group 1 after winning the straight break last year. Johnny Allen, Liars being Group 1 placed again, running third at our Carnival, and Behemoth fourth, 2, 3, 11. Carnival and Behemoth fourth, 2, 3, 11 and 9.
Oh, what a race. It promised so much and it's delivered. They went...
But easy second, Group 1, and very well placed by Godolphin. Look, I wouldn't take anything away from Guitra. He chased down the leader and he was a sitting shot, and he only grabbed him in the last stride. He's a really good sprinter, Guitra. Liar was very good from the back, wasn't she? And
he is yet to win a race, but each time he's stepped out, he's covered himself with a bit of distinction. Things have just got to fall into place eventually. Top 11, 2, 17 and 1 will go. Wild Ruler, I'm sure he can improve.
And the JJ Atkins, not an option at 17, been fairly...
Rosa, so Wisdom of Water and Isotope, the first couple. Third is Rothfire as they swing down the side. They've got about 650 metres left to go. Fourth is Super Air, fifth is Macrura. A length and a half further back in the field to Wild Ruler. Then we've got Safiano, the Drinks Cart, not an option. Next one, Spokesman, TikTok Boom, Minji, Cosmic Gossip, Got a Kiss, Star Rosa, Thundermania. Second last around the home turn is Overlord, and last of all is Way Beyond. Just in front is Wisdom of Water. Down the outside is Rothfire. Between them is Isotope, and running home is Macrura. But Rothfire's hit the lead in the Group 1. Opened up a length and a half clear. Wisdom of Water can't go with Rothfire. Down the outside is Macrura. Further out to the Drinks Cart, but it's all Rothfire and the Thriller from Chinchilla. He's a Group 1 winner, and Rothfire Brewers won it by 3. Got a Kiss gets up the run second. Running home is Macrura, but Rothfire's hit the lead in the Group 1. Opened up a length and a half clear. Wisdom of Water can't go with Rothfire. Down the outside is Macrura. Further out to the Drinks Cart, but it's all Rothfire and the Thriller from Chinchilla. He's a Group 1 winner, and Rothfire Brewers won it by 3. Got a Kiss gets up the run second. Third's a photo. The Drinks Cart, Overlord, Thundermania. Followed further across the line was
Saffiano, followed then by TikTok Boom, Minji Isotope, Super Rare, and
him going to the line, this son of Rothsay. And I know after he won his second race, Bernie, Robbie Heathcote was talking about buffering, and then he won again, and we're hearing buffering. So I reckon, and rightfully so, this record, he's only been beaten once in 7 starts, and there were perhaps excuses that day.
Indeed.
Well, he's some horse, eh? Yeah, I'm lost for words, and that's not normally me.
That is certainly not you. Well, how are you feeling?
Being the nervous wreck, and he even said going out.
Handicap.
Years off during the war, but there he is over there. It's the Special K. Now he's got the white cap on.
Down the side, Chief Ironside, the outside. Next one there is Madame Rouge, trekking Kementari, Deep Image out 3 and 4 wide. Winter Bride, Nick and Nova, a length and a half to Rainier and Tyzone the outside, and Vega One is last of all. So Dawn Passage the outside, and Bam's on fire the inside, the first couple. Third between them there is Exhilarates. Next over on the inside is Graf and Chief Ironside, and also just in behind those is Hightail in company there with Outback Barbie, but Dawn Passage has reached the lead. Down the outside is Madame Rouge running a real cheeky race. Likewise Chief Ironside. Rainier is over on the inside. Graf runs home as well, and Tyzone is down the outside with trekking. Madame Rouge has got the lead. There's the wall chasing. Nicanova's coming through. Tyzone the outside. Madame Rouge, Tyzone, Nicanova, Vega One later as well. Tyzone! I reckon Tyzone, the Tolga Tornado, has likewise Chief Ironside. Rainier is over on the inside. Graf runs home as well, and Tyzone is down the outside with trekking. Madame Rouge has got the lead. There's the wall chasing. Nicanova's coming through. Tyzone the outside. Madame Rouge, Tyzone, Nicanova, Vega One later as well. Tyzone! I reckon Tyzone, the Tolga Tornado, has got up and won the straight break in photos. Nicanova, Madame Rouge and Vega One all up there as well, followed by Rainier, Outback Barbie, then Winter Bride, followed by Victorum. Back behind those we had Graf, Exhilarate, Hightail, followed by Chief Ironside, Dawn Passage.
Tyzone coming through towards the inside. Here's Tyzone charging home down the outside, and he's got up. Second to trekking last year. 12 months later, the little fella has got up to win his Group 1. They were stretched right across the track.
Cairns for giving us a crack and believing in us, and he's just a star, honestly. Horses don't...
It was obviously a huge day for the Edmonds camp, and, you know, earlier in the day they thought of scratching this horse due to the track conditions. So the speed was an absolute cracker. Bam's on Fire was a bit slow away and then burst through, and there was a whole bunch of horses looking to get in behind the speed. But sectionals will tell you how fast they went in this race, because there's Tyzone in the orange colours, Vega One in the yellow, Madame Rouge was back there as well, and Nicanova dashing through in the red colours there. So basically 3 of those first 4, in fact 4 of the first 5 over the line there came from, you know, second, third, fourth, last and last. I'll tell you how fast they went in this race, because there's Tyzone in the orange colours, Vega One in the yellow, Madame Rouge was back there as well, and Nicanova dashing through in the red colours there. So basically 3 of those first 4, in fact 4 of the first 5 over the line there came from, you know, second, third, fourth, last and last.